this is Jenna.
And I'm Heather.
And we are live.
Welcome to Conspiracies Unlocked.
Well, no, because I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, we forgot to press start recording. And I've been wanting to do that as soon as we start the live, that we just start recording. So we're not saying like, hi, all over again and like confused. Like it just sounds silly when we do that.
Oh,
so I was like, oh, we're live. Oh no, I forgot to hit let's record. So we're going to record now. Yay. Ready, set, and hi, this is Jenna.
And this is Heather.
And this is Conspiracies Unlocked.
Welcome.
Today is part 2 of cloud seeding in America. If you haven't listened to part 1, you should. We kind of left mid-sentence almost, mid-thought. So go back and listen to part 1. It's a good one. Left you on a cliffhanger. So continue with the rest of your cliffhanger story about cloud seeding.
Well, what I wanted to discuss first is, since we did already air part 1, I have been noticing on social media there's been a lot of banter and talk about this subject, and this is in local community groups which may or may not have even seen our episode. There's just buzz.
Yeah.
They're just talking about it. And the main point...
You know what that means? You picked a good time to air this episode if the whole world is already talking about it, or like other people that aren't listening to us. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, because right now it is a big concern for a lot of people regarding this subject. And one of the main concerns people have is poor air quality. And what that means for not only us, like humans, people, but the food supply, the water supply, everything that comes up must come down.
Yeah, and animals, everything, because like even food supply through animals. When you first said that, I was thinking of like produce farms. But even the beef. Mm-hmm. You know, the cows.
Yeah.
Bacon. Don't fuck with bacon.
Yeah, no, you cannot mess with bacon. Not at all. And another thing that people are complaining about in the local communities here in Southern California is a lot of migraines. Normally, they don't have migraines. These are people that have said that, I don't know them personally. It was on a group and this comments and kind of conversation back and forth, but they had said, I don't normally get migraines, and I have been getting a lot of migraines since December.
That's
specifically
interesting.
December. They also had said that with the poor air quality, there was a lot of smells that they were trying to figure out what is the smell coming from. They thought maybe there was a fire locally, or maybe it was some kind of recycling plant, or some kind of burning plastic scent.
There's definitely something not natural occurring.
Yeah, something. And then other people
something
said
different.
It smelled like metal. I don't know if the smell, I guess iron.
Well, in the machine shop today, whatever you smell, that's metal.
Yeah.
So
burning metal, or like, I don't know if burning metal has a scent. I guess everything has a scent, though.
Yeah.
It would be like melted, though.
Yeah.
So
it has a scent.
It has a scent. Yeah. So that has been going around just recently, and it was funny because I wasn't even like looking for anything on cloud seeding or weather modification. I was just like scrolling on Facebook, and the local community people were talking about it.
That's crazy.
So, this is in Southern California, and we left off with the fact that what they're doing, it is extremely toxic, and it can cause severe burns if it comes in contact with your skin, which is what they're putting into the air is acetone mixture with silver iodide.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So it could burn your skin, and it's coming out of the air. Like you could go outside and just get your skin burned.
Yeah, and we're going to get into how they do it. But yeah, they shoot it up into the air from the ground.
Oh, it's not from an airplane.
Sometimes they use airplanes too, but this is a new method they're trying out. This is part of the pilot program that we're going to get more into what the pilot program is.
Yeah.
So part 1 was more of like just an overall, and this is going to be more like into like what what bills were passed, what laws were passed, and things within the government, within the Biden administration, and everything that has moved it along to this point.
Wow.
Yeah. So not only does, if it comes in contact with your skin, also inhaling the silver iodide could also be fatal.
Oh,
it's
that's
like
good.
considered, it can be fatal, okay?
That's great.
Yeah. Silver iodide and acetone mixture in the air attaches to particles like smoke and dust, and then you can breathe it into your lungs, which I think I did say that in the last episode, but basically that's one of the ways that you can ingest it is because they blow it up, and then obviously it's going to get stuck to different particles in the air. It's going to flow through the air. It's going to get to us, and we inhale it, or animals, or like we said, the ground.
Oh my God.
And it kind of matches what people have been saying online about having migraines and different problems since December, because as of December 21st, 2023, just very recent, you and your family are now possibly inhaling this dangerous mixture because of this pilot program that they rolled out. Yeah.
So where exactly are they doing this? Everywhere? Are we going to get into that?
We're going to get into it, but I can't answer that question because I have that here. That the specific locations are, one moment.
We can just get to it.
No, it's okay. I have it here. So it is called the Santa Ana River Watershed pilot program, and it is rolling out in Southern California, covering parts of San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange, and Los Angeles counties. And again,
but not San Diego.
Not San Diego, but you have to think what they put in the air in Los Angeles. Think about how like a hurricane, it's traveling. It doesn't go away.
In the atmosphere.
It's in the atmosphere.
It will be surrounding counties, surrounding cities will end up with it as well.
But on top of that, and I'm going to get into more detail too, but this is just in California, these counties.
That's so interesting that they would only do it in California. I wonder why.
No, wait. Let me finish my thought. That's the areas in California they're doing it, but they're doing this in 10 states across the United States, and they're putting up 100 of these ground-based. I'll get into what they are.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
We'll get into
we're gonna get into
keep going.
Yeah. So the program website claims that based on decades of experience, the use of silver iodide for the purpose of cloud seeding has been shown to be safe for people and the environment. This is like their disclaimer. The potential health impacts of silver iodide have been studied extensively and represent a very small risk to the environment.
Wow.
Yeah. So, they can never say something is 100%.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah.
A very small risk.
Yeah. And a lot of people also online that in these groups, we're talking about that, this isn't bad, they use dry ice. Well, like we talked about in part 1, they used dry ice. Yeah, sure, they did. Their first studies in the 1940s.
Yeah.
We have moved on from dry ice.
As one does. We do. We grow. We move forward. We're like, well, the government's like, well, we did the dry ice. Nobody bat an eye. Let's just start sprinkling new things. What else can we do here?
Yeah, and there's been a lot of different news reports, and it has been stated that whenever there is a big storm in the American West, pilots are likely flying into the eye of cloud seedings with a substance called silver iodide. So they do also do it from jets. It's not just ground based.
So if there's a big storm and the pilots are, what do you mean the pilots are flying through it? Like they're the ones that are
like they're
putting
creating
it out?
the storm.
They're creating it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or if there is a storm, they can enhance the storm.
Oh, so like if I was thinking maybe they were trying to deplete the storm if it's really bad.
No, because what they want to do, the whole point of this with the Biden administration and other previous administrations is to combat global warming. And with global warming, you have places that are like drying out and the huge drought.
Gotcha.
And they want more water. So they want the rain because they want more water.
Yeah.
Because if the earth is heating up, we're going to have lots of drought is one of the problems.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Yeah, but which also kind of is
It's
weird
like,
now
we're
that
thinking,
I say
yeah.
No, now that I say it out loud, it's kind of dumb because, well, wouldn't it create more water if it gets hot because then all the ice melts?
Yeah.
So I don't, and see, I call bullshit on their reason.
Well, that's why I was
I'm like, this is so weird, but no, that's what they say.
I was also going to say, because, they changed it from global warming to climate change.
Yeah.
Right? Because, so for us, it's like warming and we're not, but other parts are warming.
It's melting.
Or here it's getting more wet and more cold this season.
Mm-hmm.
And the Arctic and shit is melting. Like Greenland is turning green again. Yeah. It's not it's not like all icy anymore,
mm-hmm.
because it's all melting. So people are coming saying like, well, that's not global warming because it's being cold here. So we're not warming up here. No. We're still cold, or we're getting colder. So that's why they had to change it to climate change, because and the Earth goes through climate changes.
For billions of years.
Billions of years. Like, this used to be underwater, and now it's probably going back to being underwater,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, it won't be done in our lifetime, I don't think. I don't know. The last storm kind of had some houses on the coast that were in the water, but...
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, that's a really good way of looking at it.
Yeah, because they used to always say global warming. That was like the buzzword, and it still is, but they're transitioning to say climate change instead now.
Mm-hmm.
People, that's more the politically correct way to say it now, if you want to like say it like that, because it's not global warming, because the globe is not warming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's changing.
I see what you're saying with that. And I just say global warming probably because I've just been conditioned to say global warming since I was a kid.
Yes.
So going back to like, what is being reported is they're also saying that the goal of this is to increase the precipitation. It has become widespread due to the battles of drought in the western states specifically. So that's why they're starting in California. Because you said, why pick California?
Yeah.
Well, they are going all over. They're doing, 110 states. But their pilot program is starting in California because the western states are so dry.
Gotcha.
That's their
that makes
excuse
sense.
or reasoning. And as of right now, the way that it is being played out, like, who's paying for this?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, this is a huge scientific study and everything. Who's paying for it? Well, right now they're saying that utility companies, and think about SDG&E and how high everybody's electric bill is in California right now.
Yes.
In San Diego specifically. It's like a mortgage, okay? If you live here, I mean, it's not. But literally it
like
is...
an old mortgage 3 years ago.
Like what it was. So much money for SDG&E right now.
They've just upped it like 37% or some shit. They keep upping it like every year, and it's like this obnoxious amount of money. And it's and then it's tiered too. So if you run electricity between like the high hours or whatever, you're paying 3 times as much as you would if you were to run your washing machine at 2 a.m.
Yeah. So
like
everybody's
peak and off peak hours.
Yeah, everybody's at week at 2 to do their laundry, their dishes, and so that tracks because and now so we know why our electric bill is so high.
They're paying, so it's not even taxes. It's our SDG&E that's doing this.
Well, it's saying utility company. It didn't say SDG&E. It said utility companies.
Yes. And that's ours. So PG&E or whoever.
Yeah, and ski resorts.
So they want why they're doing it. They want the snow. But I don't know why the utility company would do that unless the utility companies have gotten sued over wildfires. Because they've gotten sued because they've been like the quote unquote cause of wildfires because people will blame their electrical lines or Or remember that fire a few years ago, and
a lot,
and a lot of times they blame it on like the electrical lines when it's just like a wildfire. Like I don't know what it started at, but if they had updated their electrical lines or looked at this or done this, then so they're probably like, fuck it, let's get more rain in here then, because I can't imagine why it would help the electric companies other than that. Like, what's their motive for wanting to get anywhere involved in this?
Well, if they can control the weather, then they can control when you need to use your heat and when you need to use your
air conditioning,
and that's money.
And ultimately get more money.
I don't know, but a lot of people are going solar, but I know that you still have a bill to force people to go solar.
No, because if they went solar and it's always raining,
they can't use
their solar. So then they have to use SDG&E.
But what about everybody that drives Teslas? A lot of people that drive Teslas and electric vehicles, they get the electricity at their house and they use their solar panels. They get solar panels and then they get the electric car. They plug their car in, so they're using the electricity from their solar panels to combat having to buy gas. And
so I wonder if the gas companies are involved now too.
Well, utility is gas and water and electric.
Well, no, not gas like gasoline.
Oh, petrol.
Yeah, it's like
actual.
Not fuel. Gas is like for the water heater, like the not water heater. I'm sorry, the heater or the gas stove or the gas, like that's the gas that they're using, not gas to go in your car.
Mm-hmm.
They're using like air gas, not fluid gas.
I know what you mean.
I don't know why I had to explain that.
No, but some people use propane in their houses, like in the rule. Like even
propane, but you don't put propane in your car.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
No.
So that's interesting. We need to look more into and figure out and watch that and see if it does affect the electricity and all of that, because, I mean. It's connected.
I wonder what the motivation is. Like, there has to be something.
Yeah. So, moving forward, just some interesting facts that JFK, Lyndon Johnson, the CIA, the United Nations, and the U.S. Air Force have all talked about controlling the weather in some way or another. It's all been brought up between.
I'm sure it's been brought up forever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah. Like, there'd be no reason
Those
not
are just
to.
some key, like JFK, which we've been talking about JFK a lot lately. The Biden administration even talked about using weather modification as a way to block out the sun to fight climate change, which is like what you were just saying. The Biden administration actually signed a bill into law. It is HR 2471. This was signed in on March 15th of 2022. And this is not the entire act because I didn't read the entire act, but this act provides a full year funding through September 30th, 2022, that has already ended.
Yeah.
But for projects and activities, and if you go back to episode 1, we talk about this is where the pilot program, it's pilot program now where they're actually putting these on the ground in 100 states. Yeah. And they're starting, or 10 states.
I'm like, whoa.
No, 100 of them within 10
states. Okay.
They're starting here in California first, but their research started in 2020.
Yeah. So research goes forever and ever and ever.
Before they actually started putting them out. So this money for 2022, it's part of that.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to think just because I said before it started in 2023. No, they have been, the research and development.
Of course, research and development takes years and years and years and years.
Yeah. So the federal government Division N provides supplemental appropriation for the fiscal year of 2022 for Ukraine activities. So when we gave all the money to Ukraine activities, it just says Ukraine activities. Doesn't go into detail. The remaining divisions provide authorizations and extensions on a wide variety of government programs and activities, including weather modification programs. So when we were like, oh yeah, we're going to help the Ukraine, we're going to give them this money, there was these other little things kind of hidden in there.
That's what they do, though.
And weather modification was one of them.
Yes, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Like, for the lottery. When they're like, oh, play the lottery, we're going to help the schools. Or any bill that's like, let's help the kids. In reality, if you look at it, only like 3% of whatever you're doing is like helping the kids in the schools. The rest are like, 25% is going to pay the governors more money, or, you know, whatever. Like, all for bullshit.
And I didn't look up how much money we gave to Ukraine in 2022, but I'm pretty sure it was like, I don't know, billions or something.
I think the first time was like 22 billion or something.
Yeah, and this would have been for the fiscal year of 2022.
Wow.
So, I mean, there you go. That was, actually, it's HR 2471.
75 billion.
If anybody wants to, like, just look it up.
In 2022, it would have been 75 billion, I believe.
Okay, so part of that, who knows how much, because we don't know the numbers.
Yeah, the full amount so far is 113 billion. I'm Googling very quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm getting kind of a half-ass answers here. Probably shouldn't say any of it. But anyways, go on.
But it's a large number. It's in the billions.
It's billions.
It's a B.
Can I just get like 1% of that? I'll just take a 0.01%.
Yeah, I'm good. Like, so, that's kind of insane to me that weather modification was included, because it could have included anything in there, and weather modification was one of them. So the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy regarding the 5-year research plan to study was ways of modifying the amount of sunlight that reaches the earth in order to temporarily temper the effects of global warming. These are just like some of the points, you know?
Wow, yeah.
There are several kinds of sunlight reflection technology being considered, including stratospheric aerosol injection, which is basically like what they're doing
they're like
now.
where
they're putting it up into the stratosphere. Marine cloud brightening and Sirius cloud thinning. And I think I think I pronounced that right. I think it's a type of cloud.
It is.
Because there's like different clouds.
The nebulous cloud, the Sirius, and something else. There's 3 main ones.
Yeah. So I was like, I think I know what that is. So the stratospheric aerosol injection involved spraying an aerosol like sulfur dioxide into the stratosphere. And because it has a potential to affect the entire globe, it often gets the most attention. And that's basically what we're talking about today. Is one of the methods. There's a lot of arguments about the moral hazards and handicaps of the research, and the idea of getting more like urgent with the worsening of the climate crisis. So it all goes back to climate crisis.
It's so insane.
Here are some of the techniques. I mean, we know some of them, but here's some more. Some of the techniques, such as spraying sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, are known to have harmful effects on the environment and human health. We discussed that. But scientists and climate leaders who are concerned that humanity will overshoot its emission targets say research is important to figure out how to best balance the risks against the possibility in the catastrophic rise in the Earth's temperature. So it's like, where's the balance here? Like, how much are we going to care about, like, the current animal life and plant life and human life and ecosystems of our natural world now? How much are we going to fuck with it against how much the Earth is fucking with us?
Yeah, like the Earth is going to win no matter what. Like,
yeah, nature wins.
Nature wins.
So,
that's what I've always thought. You're fucking with, like, you're trying to fuck with nature. Yeah. But then you're gonna cry like, oh, we're fucking with nature. But so let's fuck with nature to combat fucking with nature.
But we're already fucking with nature just with us being alive.
Us being alive because and just we're technology.
Like parasites on the earth.
We are like a cancer on the earth. Yes, we are.
So, I'm going to say a quote by a meteorologist, the chief meteorologist. Her name is Ginger Z, and I got this off of her social media post from April 17th, 2023, at Ginger_Z. She stated that I went to college for meteorology. cloud seeding was an ineffective and expensive, like back then.
Yeah.
She says, that is not the case today. 42 projects in 10 states with hundreds of ground-based cloud seeders are sending silver, I don't know why I just lost my thought, silver iodide into storms to make them snow more than they naturally would. And this was at Good Morning America. Like she put, like she tagged them Good Morning America, like trying to bring awareness.
Yeah.
And this was back on April 17th, 2023. She's basically talking about the 10 states with hundreds of ground-based cloud seeders that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And she knew about it back then. And it's already been a buzz.
Yeah.
So accompanied by that post
yeah.
was a photo, and I have the photo, and I think I could post it because we're like sourcing her. That is a photo of her in front of like a jet with the pipes coming out that is like known for cloud seeding.
Really?
Yeah, and she's like pointing at it.
And then at her and everything.
Yeah, and
so
she is with ABC. So I don't know, like, if I don't watch ABC. I don't know what's on ABC. Like, I don't know if that's
Dateline.
I don't know, but she's with
ABC News.
No, she's a chief meteorologist for
so she's
ABC.
Just weather.
So I don't know. But I just thought that was interesting. So I'm gonna post that picture of her pointing at like the jet.
Yeah,
like,
we can see
look,
like
this
how
shit is
and
real.
then also see how big they are just in comparison, and just see what's just everything.
Yeah.
Like just see what it looks like, even, you know.
So and then like that's just like a little bit of background about what other people have been saying. And then as of February 1st, 2024, we're back to the present. The government has been cloud seeding above Southern California nonstop. Like, it has been nonstop. Over 6 million residents in over 4 counties are currently being affected.
Yeah.
And that's just going to keep getting larger and larger as they start because
what's so interesting is how much weather we've had.
And we're going to have more. It's going to be raining more and more and more now.
Just, I mean, we've had they call it the atmospheric rivers over us. Like 3 times so far this year.
It's raining now.
Yes, it is.
As we speak.
It is.
It is raining right now.
It is raining right now.
It's raining.
But it's just crazy because they just started this, like, really ramping it up. And I think it rained. It didn't rain on Christmas, but I think it rained, like, on Christmas break. Like,
oh, yeah.
Right? Between Christmas and,
they
like, New Year's. Somewhere there.
Yeah.
Or right before Christmas or something. It was, like, raining.
Yeah, they started the end of December 2023. That's when they started.
That's when they started
Southern
it.
California implementing the ground-based cloud
I was in the desert for like 8 days, and I don't think it rained out there, but I think it was raining in town here, but not there. But yeah. But it has rained a lot more in the desert. Usually it never rains out there, like, ever. Like, I've never seen it. Like, it just hasn't. And the last year and this year, all it's done is fucking rain.
Yeah, and it's
like, I've had to drive out there to, like, save the house really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Just for, like, I drove out there for 2 hours. Like, it takes 2 hours to get out there. I drove out there and then just to turn around and come back just to, like, stabilize everything before the rain.
I do remember.
And that's not normal. Like, usually we can leave things out. It doesn't matter. Like...
Yeah, it's a desert. Like...
it's the desert. It doesn't, like... It does get really windy and it does have weather, but it's not as consistent as it has been.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be more consistent now.
Yay!
Because...
I'm glad we got the roof.
Yeah, shout out to whoever did the roof. So
shout out to whoever did that.
Shout out.
I Rojas Roofing, I think.
Oh my gosh! Hey, Rojas Roofing.
I think that's who it was. Anyways,
so what they're using? Let's talk about what they're using. What they're using is ground-based seeding, and it does consist of 2 methods. There's 2. The first one is called cloud nuclei generators, or CNGs. And then there is also automated high output ground seeding, which is AHOGS.
So I was going to say, one of those is up in the sky in the plains, and the other one is like down on the earth being like...
No, these are both ground-based.
Both ground, okay.
So these are the 2 new systems that they're implementing.
Okay.
And with the 42 projects over 10 states, over 100.
Yeah, that's all those. So both types.
kinds.
Okay.
So when they say like, there's, I'm assuming, and I don't know this factual, so this is the part I don't know factual, is I'm guessing like in California, we'd have one of each maybe to see which one works better. I don't know.
That would make sense.
Or
which works with our already natural environment and climate.
Or maybe just one or the other. I don't know which one specifically.
I can't believe that they're trying to combat climate change from all the shit that we've done. They're trying to combat it by fucking with the shit more.
Yeah. So the first one is the one we've been talking about the most. It's a cloud nuclei generator. They are manually operated. So somebody has to like manually operate these, and they burn a solution of the silver iodide and acetone, creating a continuous plume of seeding material that covers a broad area over mountainous terrain.
So I wonder if one of these is on the mountain and then they just shoot it over. And is it like, I wonder if it's, because acetone is like liquid. I have no idea what silver iodide is, but like, is it like, wet? Is it humid then when they're doing it? Is it air? Do they make it into like some sort of gas air form?
I believe it's like an aerosol. Like
I'm wondering what the like texture.
Well, it's a plume.
What happens? So
it's a plume. So it's a continuous plume.
Okay.
So it's just continuously pumping out of this thing.
Water, mist,
silver iodide, and acetone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wonder if it makes everything really humid or what happens.
Yeah, it does say that it is, it creates a continuous plume, and it's inexpensive to install and operate. So that one is more inexpensive.
It's almost like a leaf, because it has to be manually done. It's like a leaf blower.
Yeah, it's at the top of a mountain.
I know, but like a leaf blower top of a mountain, like... That's why it's so inexpensive.
Oh my gosh. So the second one is automated high output ground seeding, and they are remotely controlled seeding equipment that makes the use of burn in place flares to release high concentrations of seeding agents over a short period of time. This is ideal for strong winds and turbulence.
Oh, so they put it up so then the wind can take it.
It delivers a higher concentration of silver iodide. So the other one is more maybe like a mist, and this one's more concentrated, and it is operated remotely for rapid release. So that's probably why it's not manual, because it's maybe more dangerous because it's more concentrated. Maybe. I don't know.
I would be curious to see where these are located and see the terrain like now and what it'll look like all around it, the terrain all around it, and then see what it looks like in, I don't know, year 2, 3, 10, whatever.
That's true.
And see if like everything around it is like lush or dead.
I don't know, maybe dead. So let's get into like how this actually works. So the storms come into the watershed region, bringing in clouds and moist air, flowing over mountains, cooling and creating clouds composed of supercooled water droplets. Then the silver iodide particles mixed with the acetone are vaporized, so it is a vapor, and released into the atmosphere using these ground-based seeding systems. Silver iodide particles rise into cold altitude air. Moisture in the air condenses to form ice crystals on the particles. By freezing of droplets and the vapor, ice crystals form and grow and become progressively larger, forming snowflakes large enough to precipitate into the ground or to the ground. So it actually makes snow, and the snow dissolves and turns to rain. Wow. But it makes snow up
way
in the
up
atmosphere.
there, and then wow.
Yes. So
if they did this and it was cold enough, we would actually get snow.
Yeah,
here.
We could get snow.
If it was like 30 degrees out, it wouldn't evaporate.
Mm-hmm. And I guess that answers your question there. It says silver iodide particles mixed with acetone are vaporized. So it's like a vapor. It's like a vape when somebody's vaping.
Yeah.
It's like that consistency.
Yeah.
That's really weird. So,
that is weird.
Science
is weird.
Yeah. So then we think about, like, what are some benefits to cloud seeding? Like, what could be benefits? So these are the benefits. This is, like, from the scientific perspective of what their benefits are, okay?
How they're selling this on us.
The increase of 5 to 15% in precipitation. Mm-hmm. So that's what you're going to get.
Only 5 to 15.
5 to 15%.
I don't buy it. I think that it's a lot more.
It increases the stream flow, like you said, like the
atmospheric river.
Yes, and in the Santa Ana River. So that's what they're calling it, you know. Mitigating the negative effects of climate change. So again, it always goes back to climate change. Increased water supply for the region. Okay. Mm-hmm. Enhancing groundwater recharge and reducing reliability on imported water. Because, you know, it's expensive to get that Avion and, you know.
Wow.
All of that.
Because you know that they're going to, like, really use this water to water us. No, they won't do that. They're still going to bring it in from somewhere else to charge us more.
And here's another benefit.
Uh-huh.
The increase of snowpack for snow season and recreational activities.
Oh, good.
Because Southern California, we need snow, man. We
need to go snowboarding.
We need to go snowboarding, bruh. we need
Bro. Bruh is not a thing anymore.
Oh, it's bro?
No, bro. I'm saying bro. Bruh is not a thing anymore. I think that is 2 weeks ago, like 6 months ago. I think that's out.
So
I think that's out because when my kids start saying it, usually it's on the end of everything, and they've been saying that now. They said it, and now they're on to bro.
Well, that's kind of sus.
Oh yeah, Cody said that the other day, so I think sus is out too.
Damn it! I need to get up on my slang.
Yeah, once my kids get the slang, because I hear it from you, and then like a year later I hear it from my kids, and that's usually when it's getting out.
It's funny because I don't know a lot of slang because my kids don't talk to me like that. Like, they don't use slang a lot to me, but when they talk to their friends, I'll hear it when I overhear them talking.
Listen and see if they still say sus.
But they never say sus.
Oh, okay, Cody actually said, like, the other day I was doing something, and I'm like, what the hell? This isn't working. And he looks up, he goes, that's sus. And then he goes back to coloring, and I'm like, what? So right. I figure sus is out now for the big people.
Possibly. I don't know. I can't keep up with it all. But let's see, where were we? The purpose, we talked about the purpose. The purpose and the primary goal of the pilot program is to investigate whether cloud seeding and increase the precipitation. I think I pretty much said everything on this page already. Sorry. I'm just going to skip through because we've talked a lot about it in our banter, so that's why. So here's some facts. San Diego County, as of February 20th, 2024, when I originally researched this, had gotten a record 4.71 inches of rainfall for the year. Which is only
about 450 days.
Yeah.
That we had 50 days into the year. And what's the yearly average?
We're going to get there.
Okay, sorry.
So, and that breaks down to January, we had 2.2 inches. And in February, we had 2.51 inches. And this was as of February 20th, 2024. Looking back on 2023, per the San Diego Weather Center, 2023 was a cool and wet year in San Diego. Every month except for December had temperatures that were below average. The last rainy season was a wet one, with January and March bringing in some big numbers. We also had a healthy rainfall in August thanks to Tropical Storm Hillary. Total rainfall was 14.43 in 2023.
So to keep up with 2023, we only need 10 more inches, which by these calculations, we should reach 10 inches by like May.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting that they all had lower temperatures until December. They had below average, but then in December they started the weather modification and suddenly we're back to average.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's very interesting. It's very sus. So, what else do I have here? Okay, so there was a slow moving atmospheric river.
Atmospheric.
Yes, thank you. Named the Pineapple Express.
Yes, I remember that one.
So it began to shower in the county on Sunday, and this was as of February 6, 2024. Over Los Angeles and Santa Barbara areas, they were slammed with a heavy downpour, and the rainfall. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it tells you when the timeline didn't arrive in San Diego until Monday evening. So when they're cloud seeding and they're making these Pineapple Expresses or whatever they're making, it's gonna slowly shower Los Angeles, Santa Barbara. It's still gonna hit us.
Yeah.
We're still getting these particles.
Yeah.
We're just getting them at a later. They're getting more concentrated. They
are totally more it's very bad.
It's bad. So we're still getting it.
The Pineapple Express is the storm that I had to go to the desert really quick because I was like, oh shit,
it's coming.
Shit's going down.
It's coming. So I wanted to just say there was a lot also. Also, we had flash flood warnings issued for the communities and a lot of flooding in San Diego. All over social media, there was like reports of people whose houses had like, I don't even know, 2-3 feet of water.
Yeah, I was gonna say
there was cars getting swept away.
Yeah, away. And then on it was like Pismo Beach or somewhere there. I don't know if it was Pismo Beach, but there was literally the surf came up and took like F-250s, campers, and swept them back away. Yes. So, and there was a tornado warning in East San Diego.
Yeah. So, I mean, when we're talking about, the rain,
why do we have a tornado warning?
It has been insanely wet here, okay? And thanks to this Santa Ana Watershed pilot program, we can say thank you. I wanted to just include some highs and lows of the region that we're in as of, again, this is February 6th. So San Onofre, it's not too far.
San Onofre.
You're
saying it weird. San Onofre
had 7.09 inches.
Okay.
This year.
7.7 inches this year, San Onofre?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because each region, and then they average it,
Yeah.
And then Fashion Valley area only got 1.84.
That's interesting.
I'm showing the highs and lows in the areas.
Okay.
So that is considered the coastal area.
Yeah.
So those are the highs and lows in the coastal area. For the valley areas, Fallbrook got 4.09.
Okay.
And Rancho Bernardo got 1.62.
Why would RB and Fallbrook be under the same?
Because they're in the valley area. That's how they do it. They do it in regions. The mountain areas, Palomar Observatory got 4.52, and Mount Laguna got 0.67.
Okay.
Desert areas, Ocotillo Wells, and these are just highs and lows. I didn't choose these. This is just the highs and lows. Ocotillo got the low for 0.48, and Borrego Springs was even worse. It got 0.12.
That's funny. I was actually stuck in, I was left Ocotillo and was stuck in Borrego in a downpour.
Yeah.
Literally it was a downpour and yeah.
So these are just the highs and lows of Southern California.
That's so
region,
crazy.
North County
region. San Diego.
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah. Here's some snow reports as of February 20th, 2024. Snow reports, because we're talking about snow and rain.
Yeah,
so we gotta do it.
Yeah.
So these are the big places people like to go to, or some of the close places. So Snow Summit, which is in Big Bear Mountain, got 5 inches at elevation 7,500. Snow Valley,
that's my favorite.
Snow Valley got 3 inches, and this is snow. And that's at 7,200.
And that's on the other side of the mountain. So Bear Mountain's on one side of the mountain, and then on the other side is Running Springs and Snow Valley.
And then Big Bear Lake got trace amounts. And
that's so far north.
Yeah, 6,800 feet elevation. So that's just, I thought that was interesting because they kept talking about snow and to help recreational snow. So I'm like, okay, how much snow are we getting?
Oh, Big Bear Lake. I was thinking of Tahoe. And so I was like, oh, that's so far north. Why would you even include that?
Oh,
I get that.
No,
now.
It's just like Big
it's
Bear.
Interesting.
Big Bear, Snow Valley. They're kind of like the big ones that people go to around here. I didn't do Mammoth, but that's farther.
That's way too far. Yeah. That's why
like,
even Tahoe, I was like, what the fuck? Why are you?
But Mammoth is another one a lot of people here go
But it's like
to Mammoth.
7 hours away. It's a whole... Like, go on.
Yeah, it's far. So, just kind of to wrap it up, that's kind of the end of it, was like the numbers and everything, just to kind of put in perspective what we are dealing with.
Which sounds like nothing to other regions of the world, as well as other places here in America. But here in sunny San Diego, where it's always 72 and sunny, this has been weird.
Well, the fact that we get 14 in a year.
In a rainy year.
And we're already at almost 5.
Yeah.
And this is going up now because this was February 20th.
Yeah.
We're already into March.
Just so you know, in the I'm gonna do average rainfall. Or wait. Hold on. I'm gonna do the weather history of just like 2015. I'm just doing random.
Yeah.
And 2015, the total rainfall is... Oh, it's not going.
I don't think it showed you that easily because I
It should. What is the total rainfall in San Diego yearly? I will find it. Just go somewhere. Talk about something else for a
Well, I can tell you who's in charge of the weather modification.
Okay. So,
you got it.
So for example, it's about 2007 or so, we got a total of 4 inches of rain.
For the entire year.
For the entire effing year. In 2011 or so, it was really rainy. It was 16 inches, so that's huge.
Ooh, that's a lot.
And then even in 2018, 19, it's showing a graph that's going by 5. So I'm like, what line is this? It was 2019 or so, we got 15 inches. But other than that, we're averaging 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, they're lower, like 9
really
maybe.
Low. Yeah, this one year, back in 1863, we had 3 inches. So
1863. And that is proof that this is real. No, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you can go. I'll give you their website.
I'm just saying, like, it's crazy because it's here, look, 2010. Yeah, it's very low.
Well, I have the proof
usually,
right here.
But this year it should be one of the record highs, I would assume.
It should be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be because the Santa Ana.
Because I'll tell you why. Go. What?
The Santa Ana River Watershed Weather Modification Cloud Seeding Pilot Program. These are the people in charge. And if you want to just look them up and see if this is true. Rachel Gray. She's in charge of Resources Planning Manager. Melissa Bustamont. Communications Specialist. Jeff
Mosher is the General Manager.
General Manager.
Sarah Anna is the Watershed Project Authority. I don't know. Yeah. I thought that said Sarah. This is horrible. I don't have my glasses on.
She doesn't have her glasses on. She was about to read their address to you. It says Santa Ana Watershed.
So I was like, Sarah Ava. Like, that's how bad my fucking eyes are.
So what it is the Santa Ana Watershed Project Authority. And they're located in Riverside, California.
So go look them up, verify what we're talking about.
And you can email, call. Message those people in charge if you do not agree with this and you want to be an advocate for yourself or for the world.
So that is the end of cloud seeding in America. In fact, I think that we should change it to cloud seeding in California because we talk mostly about California.
Well, I don't know. I live in we're in California,
so
I mean,
more gravitational there.
But it is 42 projects in 10 states. And there's 100 of these that are going to be spread out. So, I mean...
It's going to be all over America.
If you're in another state and you know about your state, let us know. Yeah.
Yeah, so don't forget to share, follow, like, subscribe. Go to YouTube. Like our YouTube. Subscribe to YouTube. And you can always email us, conspiraciesunlocked@gmail.com. Bye!
And I want to say to our friends here on Facebook that just a friendly reminder, we are doing our Phenomenal Fan Friday encounters.
Yeah.
And you'll see another one posted this Friday. And yeah, we would love to hear your encounters. So if you have any encounters you want us to talk about, email us. It could be anything at all that is spooky, paranormal. Help me out here. What could they talk about?
Aliens. Bigfoot.
Yeah. Cryptic.
Anything fun.
Anything fun.
Ooh, if you met a president and there's something weird.
Ooh, yeah.
Or anything. Like my dad met Muhammad Ali and said he was the biggest asshole in the world.
Oh, really?
I know. But other people say he's so sweet. So...
I don't know. Maybe he just has that persona because he's a fighter.
Yeah.
He's like, don't fuck with me.
Okay, well, I'm going to let us go so we can move on to our next episode that we need to record.
Yes, thank you so much.
Move on to YouTube because we're going on to YouTube to have some fun. Bye.